Most of us believe a salad is a healthy meal choice, but beware, that's not always the case after we stuff it with all the wrong ingredients and drown it in dressing. As delicious as that may be, it's defeating the purpose. And there is a better way to build a salad. Here to show us how it's done is Regina Ragone, registered dietitian and food director of Family Circle magazine. Regina, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
This is great. We really need to know how to build the correct salad, because as you said, so often you go to salad bars, you see people walking away with salads piled high full of stuff, and you feel badly
and they
for
think
them.
they're eating healthfully.
Right.
Meanwhile, they're packing 1,000 calories sometimes in these salads. So I wanted to show people what you should really focus on and what you should maybe go light on.
So easy to do. What is the one biggest mistake people make?
I think putting like too much of the ingredients, cheeses, you know, big pieces of meat, you know, heavy, lots of nuts. So a lot of it is, again, with most things, is quantity.
Right.
So go easy on it.
We're
Just
so
get a little
glad
flavor.
that we have you here to show us how it's done. And you say the first step is the greens.
The greens, and you want greens with a lot of flavor and with nutrition. I personally like this herb salad blend because it's got a lot of herbs in it, so you get a lot of flavor from the herbs. So the more flavor you get from your ingredients, the less you have to use of it.
And you say stay away from iceberg, go to the
For
darker
romaine,
leafy.
spinach, any of the darker greens are going to have more flavor and also more minerals and vitamins. Like spinach, for example, is a great source of iron, so that's
Right.
really a good thing to make the base of your salad. So we have the base of our salad. Next thing you want to do, you know, you ask what was the biggest mistake people make? Adding crunch with higher calorie items like croutons, but instead let's go for some vegetables, which, you know,
Because everybody wants a little crunch and a little sweetness in their salad. And you have some options here. The apple, I guess, is for a little sweetness.
right,
if you
instead
want.
of putting like a lot of dried fruit, which, you know, dried fruit is fine, but they tend to put too much of it. So you can chop up some dried apple, some regular apple, or even if you wanted a little bit of dried fruit. Carrots, you know, we love these baby carrots. I eat these all day. They're really sweet. The thing with the fruit in the salad, they find people who have a little fruit in their meal tend to eat less later on. They have less of a craving for sweets.
Really? So it's a good idea to, even if you don't necessarily, because I don't necessarily like sweet in my salad.
Right.
But you're saying try a little bit of apple.
Try a little bit because, and also the whole textural element. And the thing about apples is apples actually have something that keeps people full, and it keeps their blood sugar even. So we'll just dice a little bit if you don't have to put a lot in it.
All right.
And then this is
I'm
one
not a big fan of the apple raisin thing in the salad, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit on there for you now.
And what is this interesting
This
item
is one
here?
of my favorites. It's called a sunchoke or a Jerusalem artichoke. Somebody told me about these years ago, and now I'm obsessed with them. I'm going to have you. It's very odd looking.
It looks like a piece of ginger, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. Now if you want to just, it tastes like a sweet water chestnut to me. So I'll give you a little piece to try.
I'm supposed to eat it just like this. Does it need to be shaved?
No,
okay,
no.
Right.
You could shave it really thin, but I just put them on here, and to me they add a lot of crunch. You know, it's almost like instead of a potato chip, and they're sweet.
Yeah, they taste like water chestnuts.
Water chestnuts, and it's a good source of vitamin C. And again, all these things help fill you
crisp.
up.
I like that. I like them.
Good, yay, okay. No, a little ugly, but it does taste really good.
New vegetable. Love it.
Okay,
They are vegetables, right?
It's a vegetable, right. And I find them in the farmer's market, but you can get them in the supermarket too.
Yummy.
Nuts. People, this is another danger area. Nuts have a lot of calories. I know they're good fats and they're great for you, but you really have to be careful because, you know, a couple of tablespoons can add a couple hundred calories.
But you also say you don't have to leave them out altogether.
No, you can definitely add them in, and they're really a good source, like I said, of fat, and they help lower cholesterol. What I do is I toast the nuts. So when you toast them, again, the flavor comes up in them, so you need less of them. And then you break them up, you know. Don't put whole nuts on there, chop them.
Right.
So, this
so
way
it's about portion control.
It's a lot about portion control and just getting that little hit of flavor. You don't need a lot of quantity, so just put a little bit in it. We've added maybe 50 calories there.
And you probably put in a total of 4 walnuts, and you've got a lot going on.
And you're still getting the nutrient value there.
Okay, great. Now, the next very important element of any salad is veggies, of course.
Veggies, and the thing is, veggies, this is a great way to get your vegetables in. You know, they're telling people to have 5 to 9 servings a day, so a salad is a great way to get in. I love the little grape and cherry tomatoes. Now in the summer, they come in all different colors and sizes. So you put a few of those, and you can cut them up if you want.
This is a good time of year for tomatoes.
This is a great
Not
time
so great
of
in the
year.
winter sometimes.
Yeah, Kirby cucumbers. A lot of people forget cucumbers. You know, we grew up with those big ones, but these are really little and sweet, and I just love them.
Adorable.
They're almost like a pickle.
I love cucumbers.
Good, good, good. Red pepper. Okay, red pepper is great because it's loaded with vitamin C and
now
again, sweet.
Why red and not green, yellow?
Green and yellow are fine. A lot of people tend to like the flavor of red because it's sweeter. It's also higher in vitamin C.
It is,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the more color a vegetable has, usually the higher in vitamin content.
Now, protein.
Yeah.
You say this is such an important element of any salad because it will also fill you up.
Yes, you want protein, especially if you're having a salad in the afternoon. You want it to keep you for the afternoon, keep you full. I happen to like tofu. Now, a lot of people don't like tofu, so I want you to try this particular tofu. It's a baked tofu.
All right, I'll try it. I'm
And
up for
it's-
anything, right?
It's flavored, and it's a teriyaki flavor. They have different flavors. To me, it tastes like a smoked cheese. It does not taste like tofu.
That does taste like cheese. I like it.
And, you know,
I'm not a tofu fan. I'm one of the people you're talking
this
about.
This is a baked tofu. It comes
I like
in
it.
Thai flavored teriyaki. So you just put a little bit of this on.
What else is good? Chicken, turkey. Ham,
turkey.
not so much, you say?
Ham is high in sodium.
Right.
You know, it's really not caloric, but it's high in sodium. And you know, as women, we tend to retain water, so we
Right.
want to stay away from high. And
Beans
a lot of
are
sodium.
okay, beans.
Beans are fantastic because they have a lot of fiber
Right.
and protein. So
Now
it's great
let's get
and
to
inexpensive.
the next ingredient that you say people go a little too crazy with, the cheese.
I know, it's my favorite. I
Yeah.
love cheese. And that's why I do like this tofu, because it has a cheese consistency and flavor. The key thing with cheese is you can have it, you can have all this stuff. It's moderation. And one of the things is the way it's sliced. So this is shredded, so it goes a longer way. If you have cubes of cheese, a little
Just a
cube
little
of cheese
bit
can be
goes-
like
yeah.
100 calories. So if you shred it, you just don't need that much.
That's enough. Full stop
You know,
right there.
just or a
All right, a little bit
bit
more.
you can, but then that mixes in, so you're getting all these textures and combinations of flavor.
Yeah. All right. Now, finally, the dressing. Now, this is another danger zone.
Right.
People go way too crazy with dressings.
Right.
You've got some tips, though.
Right, and I don't want people to eat fat-free dressing because you need a little fat to absorb the vitamins and all these vegetables. So to have a light dressing, make sure it's one with olive oil. Just drizzle it on your salad.
Because the fat-free dressings also have a lot of sugar.
A lot of
Right.
sugar and salt, or
Yeah.
you can mix a tablespoon of olive oil and
Yeah.
vinegar, and you're done. So just a little
This
bit, just a
looks
little drizzle.
Absolutely
and you're done.
delicious, colorful, beautiful. What a great meal.
And filling.
Oh, Regina, thank you so
You're
much.
so
And for
welcome.
more on healthy salads, check out the July issue of Family Circle magazine. And of course, you can get more health tips that are good to know by going to the health page at abcnews.com.